Hi, this video is about a woman called Gina Miller. Now, who is Gina Miller, I hear you ask? Well, Gina Miller is a woman who basically used legal challenge after legal challenge and used all her money and influence to try and overturn the Brexit result and the fact that we're leaving the EU. And we'd thought she'd gone all quiet after we actually did officially leave the EU, although personally I think there should have been another. We should renegotiate our agreement with the ECJ over what powers they have over us, because I don't think we should be subject to their laws, and and that's for a number of reasons which I won't go into. Basically, Gina Miller, we thought had gone quiet since then and basically got on with her life. Sadly not. She has returned and has decided she is now trying to put together another campaign and spend another load of money trying to renegotiate Britain to rejoin the EU. Now, the fact is, we have just signed a massive, massive trade deal with the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or whatever it's called now, which includes Japan, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and a load of other countries, including Malaysia, etc. So we would have to pull out of that and go back into the EU. But the fact is, we never really got anything out of the EU. And to tell you the truth, it doesn't look like many other countries are either. I mean, Italy looks like it's only a matter of time now before they're going to have a referendum on it. And the likelihood is Italy will be a lot stronger in favour of leave than we were. France could be next if Le Pen gets voted in, because Macron's support is falling faster than a lead balloon, and obviously other countries could follow very, very soon. I mean, Sweden could follow even, and also she hasn't considered what Scotland would have to go through and what the SNP haven't explained to their voters, if they did leave the UK and to rejoin the EU, they would have to go through so much legal. They would have to basically stop using London. They and the rest of the country would have to stop funding them, and obviously Scotland would have to stop paying into London. They would then have to pay into Edinburgh, but basically, after leaving, they would just be sold out to the EU. I mentioned that in another video earlier. I think it was last year. I think. So yeah, this silly woman, this silly witch, doesn't even think about what we would have to go through to rejoin the EU, and it's probably one of the most unviable things you could ever think of. Now, if Labour get in, I mean, obviously we'll see what happens there, but I mean, I'm not expecting much from Labour government, if anything at all, really, regarding obviously the migrant crossings. Obviously, it's a sore subject. Obviously, a number of them have been killed, but obviously that's nothing. That is basically their choice to go on these little dinghies across the channel, but the fact is, no one seems to be considering going after the people that are responsible for all this, the people smugglers and the criminal gangs responsible for this. So, I mean, in the EU have made no attempt to try and go for them, and try and find out who they are. So, why should we rejoin the EU? Anyway, hopefully this silly witch will fail again, and that'll be the last we hear from her. Take care, everyone.